In a remote mountain village lived a poor but kind-hearted man named Yohei. Though he had little, just a small cottage, a few tools, and barely enough rice to last each winter, he possessed a generous heart. One bitter winter morning, Yohei went to check his snares. As he trudged through the deep snow, he heard a cry of distress. Following the sound, he discovered a magnificent white crane trapped in one of his snares, its leg caught in the rope. Yohei hesitated. He was hungry, and crane meat would feed him for days. But as he looked into the crane's frightened eyes, compassion overcame his need.
Peace, beautiful one. I will help you.
He carefully freed the crane's leg. The bird stood, bowed its head deeply in gratitude, then spread its wings and flew away into the snowy sky. Though he had given up much-needed food, Yohei felt no regret. The next evening, as a storm raged outside, someone knocked on his door. Opening it, he found a beautiful young woman in a white kimono standing in the snow.
Please, I am lost in the storm. Might I shelter here tonight?
Of course. Come inside. I have little to offer, but you're welcome to share what I have.
You are very kind. I am called Saru.
The storm lasted several days. When it finally began to clear, Suru said,
I wish to repay your hospitality. I have skill at weaving. If you have any thread, I could create something for you.
Yohei produced a small bundle of old cotton thread his mother had left him.
This will do. But I must ask one favor while I work. Please do not watch me weave, no matter how curious you become. Can you promise?
Though puzzled, Yohei agreed.
I will respect your privacy.
Suru closed herself in the back room. All day Yohei heard strange, musical sounds from the loom. When evening came, she emerged looking tired but carrying beautiful cloth that seemed woven from moonlight itself.
Take this to town and sell it. It will bring enough for you to live comfortably.
At the market, the cloth merchant was astonished.
I have never seen such workmanship. I'll give you more rice and supplies than you could use in a year.
When Yohei returned home with the goods, Suru smiled.
I will stay and weave for you if you'll have me.
Over the following months, Suru wove several more pieces of magnificent cloth, and Yohei's poverty ended. But more precious than wealth was Suru's companionship. They fell in love, married, and lived happily together. Yet as time passed, Yohei noticed that each time Tsuru wove, she emerged from the room paler and more fragile. His worry grew.
You seem weaker after each weaving. Please rest more.
I am well.
She assured him, but her smile was thin. One day, concern overcame Yohei's promise. As Tsuru wove, he crept to the door and peered through a crack. What he saw filled him with wonder and horror. At the loom sat not his wife, but a magnificent white crane, the same crane he had rescued. It was plucking feathers from its own body and weaving them into cloth. The crane sensed his presence and turned. In its eyes, he saw Tsuru's sadness and love. The crane shimmered and transformed. His wife stood before him, translucent as mist.
You have seen the truth. I am the crane you saved. I came to repay your kindness and stayed, because I found love. But now that you know my true form, I cannot remain. The old laws cannot be broken.
I'm so sorry. I should have trusted you.
Do not blame yourself. Your love gave me the happiest time of my life.
She gestured to the final cloth on the loom.
Keep this always. Though I must leave, my love remains.
Yohei reached for her, but his hands passed through her fading form.
Will I see you again?
Watch for me when the cranes return each spring. I will always be among them.
She vanished. Yohei rushed outside and saw a white crane circle his cottage 3 times before flying south to join others in the distant sky. He never sold the final cloth. Each spring when cranes returned, one would always circle low over his cottage. He never remarried, and when visitors asked about the beautiful cloth in his home, he would tell them.
True love requires trust and respect. When curiosity overrides these, we risk losing what we treasure most.